Hello, 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 beautiful people. How are you today? Today is another episode of Relax and Raunchy Relationship with me, Ingrid Galloway, accompanied by my awesome guest speaker today, Anthony Hartcher, and he is the CEO and founder of Me and My Wellness. He is a passionate, caring, client-focused clinical nutritionist who specializes in mental health, children's health, and body transformation. Ah, we definitely need Anthony after eating all those Christmas food. Happy New Year, by the way, everyone. Now, he is a firm believer in treating the whole person, ensuring all aspects of well-being are addressed and supported. Anthony has successfully completed 3 bachelor degrees. Ooh, very clever man in nutrition, complementary medicine, and chemical engineering. He loves spending his spare time with his wife Adriana and their 2 children, Sophia and Ollie. On weekends, Anthony enjoys coaching Ollie's rugby team and going on family adventures, whether it be the local beach or camping in a national park. Well, you definitely know how to relax and also how to coach your clients. Welcome, Anthony.
Thank you, Ingrid. It's great to be on and chatting with you on this fantastic sunny day in Sydney.
Mm.
So I'd like to introduce Ingrid. Ingrid Galloway is the founder and relationship coach and chief relaxation officer of KAHYANGAN, which means heaven. And it's a wellness clinic in Sydney. She has been a relationship coach for 11 years and a spa therapist for 21 years, mainly in 5-star hotel day spas in Sydney. Now, it's probably something we're not experiencing a lot of these days, given all the restrictions we have. However, Ingrid certainly is the person to go to if you are in need of some, self-care and some relaxation. She is used to looking after thousands of highly stressed clients all over the world. She practices KAHYANGAN from her clients' home, offices, hotel rooms, and online. So very accessible and flexible. Her work is always focused on stress, relaxation, and relationships. She does one-on-one coaching sessions, group sessions, and soon virtual and in-person retreats for the broken-hearted singles and loving couples. So welcome, Ingrid.
Thank you very much. I'm very excited to have you on board today. As I mentioned previously, Christmas just went past and then we ate a hell of a lot. Quite typical. Mind you, whether it's Christmas time or not Christmas time, people can go back and have a listen or watch this episode again and get the gems out of it. So I'm just curious, Anthony, what is your why? Why do you do what you do?
I have a burning passion for health and wellness, and I've been blessed with my upbringing and embracing what I love. And I got to a point in my career, I was in the corporate world, where I thought, I was really feeling unfulfilled. And I was thinking, what's going to give me the most fulfillment in life? And I thought, I got to follow what's my heart loves and wants to do on an everyday basis. And I wanted to connect that by helping others, because that's another big area that I'm very passionate about, is helping others. And so I combined the two together to basically help others with health and wellness. And I'm living my passion, my dream, and living my why. I've established a mission statement, and it's to enhance and enlighten the well-being of others. And I live that every day of my life. So that's my why. How about yours, Ingrid? What's your why?
Yes, so I came from Indonesia and I came from Indonesia to marry my first husband. Unfortunately, after 10 years, I left that union because it was an abusive relationship. And then I went on my self-healing journey. I saw a couple of therapists, went on self-development seminars, and also went back to college to study counseling and life coaching. And straight away, I knew that I would be a coach, not a counselor, and my niche would be in relationship because I am passionate and compassionate to look after others in similar sort of predicament. And then, I have 2 kids from my second husband, lovely, uh, lovely man, loving husband, so not abusive. And yeah, unfortunately, during this, producing 2 kids, I experienced pre and postnatal depression, especially with the second one. And so I know how it feels being down in the dumps, and depressed and anxious. And I really love supporting and inspiring people in this sort of area to come out of their stuckness, so to speak, from victim mentality, and then attract whatever they deserve in their life, whether it's a new loving relationship, especially because I'm a relationship coach, or having a healthy family. Yeah, supporting them in that sort of way.
It's
Yeah.
fantastic, Ingrid. It's I love hearing where people have had an area of struggle and then worked their way through it, and then now they're out there helping others, help them through that particular struggle or something related to that struggle. So I just love that giving back. That really, that's what I think is so special about what you do, is how you're supporting others to get through some difficult relationship times.
Yeah, so it's my purpose. It's great, from being down in the dumps. Then I found my purpose. So that's actually a blessing. I regret nothing out of my first marriage. Nothing. Yes. So I have the next question for you. Can you please share 3 tips on detoxifying your body after the festive season?
Absolutely. I love this time of the year in terms of it's a chance for renewal. It's a new year, new you. So it's a great time to dust off the cobwebs, or release that old skin. And there's detoxification's a fantastic way of doing it, because as a result of getting the toxins out of your body or helping the body to remove those toxins, you feel rejuvenated, alive, and renewed. So, my 3 tips are centered around the 3 main detoxifying organs. That's the lungs, the kidneys, and the liver. So, typically you'll hear people, I'm detoxifying, I'm not drinking alcohol. So we know that, we need to reduce what's going into our body in terms of toxins, and then allow the body to work out the old toxins, so to speak. So my tips are going to be oriented around helping you work out those old toxins. And at the same time, I expect you to be reducing what's going in, because we don't want to put too much overload on these organs. So the lungs, it's often not thought about as a detoxifying organ, but it's so essential. It's where our fats, like our fat metabolites are expelled into the air. And so, if you're looking for weight loss, one of the best things you can do for weight loss is to learn how to breathe and breathe properly. And I was listening to a audible book recently, Think Like a Monk, and it's a guy's journey. He goes into monkhood, and the first thing they learn being a monk is how to breathe, because it's the first, when we come into the world, it's the first thing we do, and it's the last thing we do when we leave the world. And so breathing is essential for living. And so I suggest you get onto YouTube, or just Google breathing techniques. And there's such a wide variety of breathing techniques that you can look up, and then just find one that resonates for you and incorporate that into your day. And you can do it through exercise as well. So like yoga, Tai Chi, it's all about connecting movement and breath together. So yeah, so that's probably my first tip, is to really support the lungs by breathing properly, getting, some deep breaths into the body, oxygenating the body, alkalizing the blood, and removing the toxins
Mm.
out through your lungs. The other,
Especially
or
when we're under a lot of stress, we breathe
yeah,
shallowly, don't we? Or
that's right.
sometimes we even forget to breathe. I
Yes.
feel that it's something, oh my God, I haven't been breathing.
It's so true. And it's that shallow breathing is where we're not getting enough oxygen into our cells. And it can be a reason why we haven't got energy. So we're just stressed, we're not breathing properly. And part of, as much as we need food for energy, we equally need oxygen to produce energy. So oxygen is fundamental for energy production, and yeah, stress will limit the oxygen supply. So certainly get plenty of relaxation massages with Ingrid, and that will help your body relax. And that's, certainly massage helps lymphatic drainage. So it's also a thing that I recommend on a regular basis, is getting some massage to help the lymphatic drainage, and that is helping the body detoxify. The other organ is the liver, and we often associate detoxifying with the liver. So we generally read up a lot about how I can support my liver health. To put it simply, you really just need to eat a wide variety and colorful fruit and vegetables. And that's where you'll get your nourishment. You need to have, adequate amounts of protein, but in the Western diet, we have surplus amounts of protein. So protein's generally not what we need more of. It's more fruit and vegetables. And in terms of the fruit and vegetables,
during detox, so need more fruit and vegetables compared to protein, is that?
Yes, correct. Yeah. So yeah, and going for colors, so chasing colors. So when you're having fruit, have a variety. Like fruit salad's fantastic because there's lots of colors. Stir fry vegetables, lots of colors. So yeah, certainly go for the colors when you're eating your fruit and vegetables. And that's all you need to, just live by that eating principle is, if you've had a banana in the morning, have an apple in the afternoon. Don't have bananas all throughout the day, mix it up. So that variety is key.
Right.
So that's that really supports liver detoxification, is more plant-based foods, high consumption of them during the detoxifying period. And then you can reintroduce, your protein that you're eating beforehand. It's fine to have protein during detoxification, like fruits, nuts, legumes, mainly plant-based. They're more anti-inflammatory sources of food. In terms of the kidney health, it's very much supporting hydration and minerals. So getting your minerals into your body. We have plenty of salt in our Western diet, so I don't need to tell you to have salt.
Not salt.
Yes, it's more the potassium and the magnesium is probably the areas that people are lacking in. So potassium you'll find in fruit and vegetables. So if you're eating more fruit and vegetables, you'll be getting your potassium. And your magnesium also comes from your dark leafy green vegetables. So they're probably the areas of focus. Certainly, I don't need to encourage anyone to eat more salt. And calcium's probably on a similar, we need calcium. Calcium's a key mineral. However, calcium's found in fruit and vegetables. And yeah, it's probably, probably not a focal point. I think generally in the Western diet, we have plenty of calcium through dairy.
Right. Can you absorb magnesium through your skin? Maybe another way compared to just eating dark leafy green?
Absolutely. Yeah. So Epsom salt baths are a fantastic way to relax the body, and what Ingrid specializes in. So yeah, having an Epsom salt bath at night helps absorb magnesium, particularly into muscles. It's a quick way of getting magnesium into muscles. So relaxing muscles, it's probably the best way to relax your muscles is a magnesium bath. And then you certainly want to be complementing that with your diet and eating a good amount of dark leafy green vegetables, fruits, nuts, seeds.
Yeah. Oh, fabulous. Thank you for that.
That's all right, Ingrid. And I'd love to hear your top 3 tips for 2021 around relationships.
Yeah. Well, I guess today I would like to I talk about various topics in relationships, but I think today let's bring the spotlight for new dads, right? So quite typical. There's complaint within the new dads, like, oh, when am I going to have sex again after my wife giving birth? So my tip number 1 will be discussing on what's going on after birth, before birth, so you plan ahead, such as how long is the reasonable amount of wait to request for sex again, right? Because we're only human, we have our own desires, but unfortunately, the wife that is going through labor, or if it's even if it's a adoption, still, if you adopt a baby, for example, there's lack of sleep. Sleep deprivation definitely, ah, it's a biggie. It's a biggie in relationship. We get tired, so we can, as women, we tend to, oh yeah, I don't feel it. Thank you. I'm just too tired. I need to feed the baby. When is the next feed? So therefore, the guys can feel left out in this area. And then number two, consider what your partner or wife is going through. As I mentioned, probably feeding is a big thing, not just the tiredness after giving birth itself, which is a big deal, but also lack of sleep, feeding, every 2 hours, every 3 hours, every 4 hours, if you have a baby on hand. And then number three, I would recommend for you to do the action, dads, right? Number one is self-pleasure. Well, if you get no action from your wife, you can pleasure yourself. Why not? There's nothing stopping you. Your wife is busy. And number two is to breathe, as you mentioned before, detoxify your lung. You can also settle down your, urges or high desire by controlling your breathing. Rather than like, oh my God, like I'm freaking out because I haven't got any. When you control your breathing, you become calmer, and then you can sort of like wait for a moment longer. All right. And number three would be hands-on raising your baby. Your wife will feel so grateful. Rather than you're off doing your work or you're off doing something else and just leave your wife or partner alone dealing with the baby as you have newborn, she will feel a lot of gratitude if you help her by being hands-on. And then number four will be complimenting your wife or your partner more often. And then after the agreed time, gently ask about being intimate again. I'm sure you have heard the saying out there, don't just go on straight with women, you need to romance. Us ladies, we need to be romance rather than just like, hey, I need something, let's go do it. It takes 24 hours to stimulate our senses, man. So there you go. Compliment. You can start by complimenting your wife and perhaps, touch her in different areas of her body, suggesting that, hey, I would like to get intimate again, and then ask the question. So there you go, my 3 tips for new dads.
That's fantastic. I really like them, and I think particularly around helping the your wife, your partner relax is key, because when we're stressed, our reproductive system is down regulated, and so we're less likely to feel horny or that or in the mood or whatever. But if you help your partner relax by helping her out and doing things for her, and showing that you care for her and allowing her some self-care time by looking after the newborn, then she's going to feel much more up for it, I think. So I agree with you, Ingrid. I think stress management, it's fundamental, because with the newborn, it's a new experience, and there's no real playbook on how to raise a kid. It's more just trial and error and go along for the journey.
Oh my God, they cry all the time. Yes, it can be very, very stressful and new experience for new dads.
Yes, exactly.
There you
go. Yeah.
Fabulous. Now, people, we're on to the fun time. So true and false statement. Anthony has given me 2 statements. Number 1, Anthony drank a live goldfish whilst an end of year formal. My God. Sashimi. Woo. Number 2, Anthony dressed up as a lady for a day and walked around the streets in daylight while sober. I never knew that you're quite wild inside, Anthony. All right, people, guess with me. Which one is true? Statement number 1 or number 2? I will say, because you're a nutritionist, maybe the first one is true. What's the answer?
I didn't play the game well enough. They're both true.
They're both true.
Yeah. So yeah, there's both stories behind both of them, and I probably like talking about the second better because I don't like I love animals and I don't like the inhumane act I did drinking a live goldfish. It was certainly when I was back in my 20s and at university. So it's something I did, and it's certainly it was fun at the time, but looking back, it's probably not a nice thing, and particularly for that poor goldfish. So and it's certainly unattractive.
Story number two.
But yeah, it was very unattractive to the women we that brought along to our to the dance or formal. So it was one way to turn them off.
So you obviously went there not to look for a new partner.
Or to lose one. But yeah, the number two, dressing up like a lady. It was part of. I was in the quarry and construction industry in New Zealand, and this is when I was in the corporate days.
Yeah.
And we had this day for the ladies where we, recognised the contribution that they made to the quarry industry. So the wives and partners. And would take them out on a fun day. And I was decided that I'd just dress up and make it a bit more fun. And yeah, so I dressed up like a lady and, did the makeup and put the dress on. And what I found, what was really revealing for me was just how much women put themselves through to make themselves look great. And I'm thinking, men, you can't take it for granted. They really do. They make a massive effort compared to us. And
Yes.
I found like the tightness of the dress, and it was so uncomfortable. I just wanted to get it off.
Did you have the heel on?
They didn't last long, the heels. Just so uncomfortable and really hard to walk. And so I could really, I guess I can empathize for what women go through now when they dress up, and they certainly go through a massive amount of effort, and us guys should appreciate it a hell of a lot more because yeah, they look beautiful and attractive, but they put a lot into making themselves look beautiful and attractive. And I couldn't wait to get the makeup off and everything. Actually, I didn't. There was nothing I liked about having it on, but it was fun. It was fun, certainly. A fun day, and the women loved it because they were putting lippy on me, and yeah, I had no idea, and they'd put a little bit more makeup, and yes.
Oh, that's great, fabulous.
And Ingrid, I'm keen to reveal, or certainly find out, which one of these is true and false. So Ingrid's husband cut a special package with a steak knife. So you maybe want to tell us what the special package was. Ingrid's daughter. So that's, is that true or false? So was it Ingrid's husband, or was it Ingrid's daughter that cut a special package with a steak knife? So put your answers out there. I'm thinking, well, I know husbands do stupid things, and I also know kids do silly things as well. So it's a bit of a lottery, actually. I'm thinking I might put the husband in the hot spot here and say it was the husband that's that's done the ruining the special package.
Special package. Okay, so your answer is incorrect.
Oh,
it was actually my daughter, my little one. So if you follow me on Facebook, well, you will understand how random my kids are, but especially the little one. So in our old home, we had this carpeted living room, all right? And then I was chatting to my husband, and then I turned my head around and was like, look, what's that on the carpet? Just in front of the sofa. And oh my God, that's the piece of poo. And it's being cut in half. And guess
No.
what's next to it? A steak knife. It's like,
Oh,
oh my God, Bibi.
oh
We
no.
knew straight away who did it because Big Sister will not do that. So she took the steak knife from the kitchen, and guess what I could find in the kitchen? Stacks of stools, you know. So the kitchen stools. There's a
Ah.
square stool, a love heart stool, and then so she
Ah.
climbed out because she was younger then. This is a couple of years ago. She climbed up, get to the sink, the kitchen sink, to get the steak knife. And yeah, definitely no steak that night being eaten.
How old was Vivi?
Phoebe was maybe around about 3 at the time.
Okay. Okay. So very forgivable. Certainly.
Believe me, she's up to all sorts of mischief even until now. She's 6 now, but still, yeah, she's a very random child, but brings us a lot of laughter. We love
Absolutely. They bring lots of joy into your life and lots of fond memories. So certainly
her.
things you'll never forget.
Yes, I don't think we used a steak knife for the whole week on that week. Right. So, my last question for you, Anthony, what do you do to either relax or add raunchiness into your relationship?
I think they go hand in hand because I mentioned earlier about if you're relaxed, your sexual reproductive functions are turned on, and so for men, we're producing the right amount of testosterone that we need to get excited. And so I certainly, in terms of relaxation, I love nature. There's nothing better than getting down, to the ocean for a swim and frolicking in the waves. I love dancing in the sea. So it's certainly what I do to relax. And I really do that on a regular basis, that self-care, so that it gets me in the mood. And, that probably the raunchiness thing comes to me when I'm feeling great. I actually, I really do like the baths. So the couples baths that you do together. So that's nice. Bit of magnesium salts, essential oils, bit of music, romantic music. It really sets the tone. So that's my tip and what I do.
Wonderful. Oh, I love it. So, in our new home, we're moving into a new house in a few months. We will have a bathtub. At the moment, no, we only have a shower. So, damn, I can't wait until we get the couple bath. More actions may happen then.
Absolutely. I'm sure the husband's looking forward to it.
Not just me, the husband too. Yes. All right, beautiful people. Thank you so much for watching our collaboration together. Please like and subscribe my YouTube channel. Just search Ingrid Galloway on YouTube and like and subscribe so you can listen more to more podcasts from me. And next week, I'm sure there's another awesome guest talking about a different topic and sharing their expertise, and we will have more fun together. Now, if you would like more help or more support from Anthony, how can they keep in touch with you, Anthony?
Probably best via Facebook. So my Facebook tag is the same as my website address. So you can, look up either or. It's meandmywellness.com.au. So meandmywellness, all one word.com.au. Lots of free information, lots of, video interviews with experts such as Ingrid and other practitioners, and lots of health tips on there. So lots of free resources.
Wonderful.
Check it out.
Yay. And if your audience would like to connect more with me and ask of my support in the relationship area, they can also go to my Facebook page, www.facebook.com/KAHYANGAN Relationship Coaching. So KAHYANGAN is KAHYANGAN. I always have to spell it because it's such a unique name.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so you can request a free chat with me so we can chat about relationship more. So there you go. Thank you so much, Anthony, for coming. It's a great pleasure to have you here, and then wishing you all the best for your future.
Thanks, Ingrid. Ingrid, it was a delight to be on, chatting with you about relationships and about detox. So I really enjoyed our chat, and it was lots of fun. So thank you for inviting me on the show. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Bye.
Okay, bye bye.